Hello everyone. Just a quick note before this video really gets started. I'm trying to work through some audio issues I'm having with my microphone, and as of the editing I do realize that this video doesn't have the greatest sound, although it is a lot better than it had been. I promise that it does turn into a pretty decent video. It's a good ride out on some dirt roads, see some wildlife, even a pretty nice timber rattler. So just stick around, enjoy the video, and I promise I'll get the audio stuff worked out eventually. Thanks a lot.
Hello, you boobers. West of the southeast here. Try and get things kicked off with a little ride this morning. Main focus of this ride is to see if I've gotten my microphone issues worked out with my cheap little action camera. Kind of hard to post videos when you can't get good sound. We'll include some video of what I've had to do to try and make my camera get good audio. I've had a lot of wind noise. I just couldn't fight, and initially I couldn't figure out what was going on. The camera has an external microphone port, and I would plug the microphone in and put the external mic inside my helmet, and I was still getting an incredible amount of wind noise. Well, it turns out that this particular camera, when the external microphone is plugged in, it doesn't deactivate the microphones that are on the camera itself. So the wind that was blowing across the face of the camera, or actually the body of the camera, because initially I didn't put it in the case, was making so much noise that any narration that I had, speaking into the exterior microphone, was totally washed out. So yeah, I've done a couple of things to try and remedy that problem. I put my waterproof case on my mill and milled in some holes. Of course, it's no longer waterproof, but milled in some holes to allow me to plug the microphone in. And I thought that would do it. I thought that would allow the wind to blow across the case and at least quiet the wind noise somewhat, but that wasn't enough. So then I had to go to the next step of just going ahead and opening the camera up, a brand new camera, mind you. Open the camera up, and I cut the internal microphone completely out. So that way, whenever I plug in the external microphone, it's the only mic that exists. So that's what I'm running right now. Hopefully things are going to be much better. This is the first ride. We shall see. Beautiful day for a ride. So I'm on my Hawk 250 right now. A couple of reasons I chose to ride this bike this morning. First off, this bike is louder than my KLR. The muffler is louder, and my KLR has a better, taller windscreen. That does a much better job of keeping the wind off the camera and the microphone. So I figure if it works on, the camera setup works on this motorcycle, it'll absolutely work on the KLR. I get more muffler noise on this one for sure. The other reason I chose this bike is because we did have some rain last night. Actually yesterday afternoon and last night. Everything's dried out now on the asphalt, but I have a feeling where I'm going, it's going to be a little bit of mud. It's easier to clean this bike up after a muddy ride than it is the KLR. Although I do ride the KLR in muddy places. Good to see people are using their turn signals this morning. A lost art in some places. Plan is to head out of town to I guess what would essentially be a little suburb of my town right now. A place called Lochapoka. It's an old Indian word in the Muskogee language. I've seen two different meanings of it that are conflicting. The place where turtles live is one interpretation, and then turtle killing place is the other interpretation. Somehow that doesn't quite make sense. Seems like it should be place where turtles die instead of place where turtles live. We have lots of little towns around here, though, that have old Indian names. We had Muskogee Indians and Creek Indians. Lochapoka was a Creek Indian settlement before they got forced out. Lochapoka became a rail hub. It was the easternmost point on a railroad leading out of Montgomery, Alabama. Railroads were really important at that time, talking the mid-1800s. Heavily mill-oriented, starting about that time. West Point Bethel, West Point Stevens mills were all around here back then. Rails were necessary to move the raw cotton around, get it to the mills, get it processed, and then move it back out. Most of the railroads around here had something to do with the cotton manufacturing industries back then. The mills are gone now. A lot of that stuff is gone overseas. And most of the old rails that been pulled up, it's been abandoned. Now about the only thing Lochapoka is known for is their annual gathering called syrup sopping. grinders with a mule-driven crank, extract the juice, and then cook it down to make the cane syrup. The festival is still in place, just to commemorate the process. The town is so small now that, of course, when the festival happens, the population of the town probably goes up by quite a few times. Well, there's a train right there. That's what I was about to talk about. I've been paralleling the railroad tracks for the last couple of miles. Here in blowing. Anyway, paralleling the railroad tracks for the last couple of miles. Just entered the Lochapoka area. But this rail is obviously still active. It's now controlled by CSX. They run quite a few trains through our area. We now have a Kia plant on one side of us and a Hyundai plant on the other side of us. They're separated by about, I don't know, say 100 miles or so. We sit pretty much in the center. So they're moving cars across the country from this area, amongst other things. Coming into downtown Lochapoka. That's where the syrup stopping takes place. There's one of the old grinders. The museum. Hopefully I can remember the right roads to get off on here. Seems like this is right. Road closed 2 miles ahead. I think that's okay though. We'll see. Ooh, dog. You're fast. It's doing 30 miles an hour almost. That dogs are pretty quick. Right. I think this is the wrong road. I'm going to have to turn around. I don't come this way very often.
This wrong turn is probably a good stopping point for this video. I promise we'll hit some dirt roads in part 2. Thanks for watching.